morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, May the 10th. Always a pleasure to have you with us. And today I've got one of my dear friends sitting right next to me, MARIE ROBERTSON. Good to have you here, MARIE.
It's always good to be here.
And you're here. It's May, so let me see.
Let's see.
We're talking about the big, massive dance recital that rivals anything you'll see at Radio City Music Hall and the Rockettes.
You're kind, yes.
It's going to be at Jesse Auditorium.
Jesse Auditorium, May 26th and 27th. And this year the show starts at 6 p.m.
Oh, so instead of starting at 7 o'clock.
We're going to start at 6.
6 o'clock.
So the box office will open at 5:30. The doors will open at 5:30.
Is that for older people like me who don't like to drive at night
Exactly.
and stay up?
We did it. I got your memo.
Yeah, but when I introduced you and I said it'll rival the Rockettes at Radio City Music Hall, there's a lot of truth to that. Now, really. Now, some people listening say, oh, come on. But
we do have a pretty good show.
You have a very good show. And the special effects that are there, the lighting effects. Yeah, Ali, is that his name that does the lighting?
Ali Hussein, yes.
At Jesse?
Yes.
And then you have the fog, and you have the whole thing. It really is a massive production.
It's fun.
How many, and you've got all these young kids.
Yeah. I have my adults too, though, remember?
You have the adults, right.
Yeah.
But you've got the young kids.
Yes.
And the young kids.
They can do anything.
That's
right?
true. That's when you used to come on Pepper and Friends. It didn't make any difference what the young kids did. If they're 3 or 4 or 5 years old, they can start crying in the middle of a dance, and it's cute. And everybody applauds, right? So you've got the young kids, and then you've got intermediate kids, and you've got adults.
And we've got our competition kids, and we got the adults, but yeah. And we're getting a lot of adults, a lot of adults, and doing more adults actually during the day.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So how many people will be a part of this recital?
I'd probably say about 300.
300 people. Mm-hmm. And is it a different group each night, Friday night and Saturday night?
Pretty much it is, except for the competition pieces and the specialty. Like I have my boys, they perform twice. The competition pieces and the more advanced classes. The other ones are they just do either Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, and then of course it ends. The tradition is that it ends with the teachers' dance, which always brings the house down. And
which is funny because we only get together probably at dress rehearsal because it's so hard to get together to rehearse.
So you're telling me you only rehearse that teacher's dance one time?
Well, no, we rehearse, but with everybody. We can only get everybody. It's turned out just at dress rehearsal, but it works.
It does work, and the thing is, what's so neat about it's electrifying. Because by the time the teacher's dance comes on, all the kids are out in the auditorium at Jesse. So every seat is full, and the screaming that you hear, you'd think you were at a rock concert with the Beatles. So if you want an unusual, fun experience, mark it on your calendar. The dates are?
May 26th and May 27th, and it starts at 6 p.m. Tickets are available now. You can call Dancearts, come pick up tickets, or you can get them at the box office at 5:30.
Okay, at Jesse Auditorium.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
MARIE ROBERTSON, thank you so much for coming by. It's good seeing you
It's always
again.
good to be here.
All right. Now I turn to Joe Geist, who was with us, drove all the way from Fayette. Good to have you here, Joe.
Good to be here.
The Ashby-Hodge Gallery of American Art, Central Methodist University in Fayette.
Correct.
I got it all correct,
You
right?
did, yeah.
Okay. So what do we want to talk about today?
We're going to talk about a new show that actually is opening when we open this show here in terms of the little show right now. Did you say the 10th?
Today is May 10th.
This show actually opens on the 5th.
So you already opened.
They've already opened, but really, we're going to be there a long time, so it's good. We're going to be there till July the 20th.
Oh, you are there for a long time.
Yeah, but this show is just opening. It's a big show, and as I say, we'll be on. We just happened to be open the weekend before because it's alumni weekend, and we have a lot of alumni coming for the opening, and so that's why we're having a reception.
So tell me about the show itself.
The show is called The Art of Collecting. Each show has its own title, but we're actually focusing on a special collection from a couple, Bill and Martha Holman. Bill is now deceased, but Martha is still very much alive, and we're showing much of their collection. I say we're showing 35 pieces of the collection. They have a much bigger collection than that, but we picked 35 pieces, which we thought were going to show off the magnificent collection they have and the art that they have been buying all over Europe and America. But basically, what is so unique about their show, their particular show collection, is that we have a Monet, we have 2 Calders, we have 2 Miros, we have a Salvador Dali, as I say, we have Valenciennes, just really some marvelous pieces that were bought by Bill after he was in World War II, and he spent a lot of time in Europe and had a good eye and found some good prices, I'm sure, to buy all this work. And then it came eventually back to Fayette when he and Martha moved to Fayette.
And Martha is allowing you to take these out of their house.
That's correct.
Put them on display.
That's correct. For a couple of months, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, right. We have a good rapport with the Holmans.
Well, that's really very special.
Very special. Yes, because as I say, when you see all what we're showing and the work they have in their collection, it's really a deluxe.
What would you say is the most unique piece of art?
I would say probably, it's hard to say for sure, but I'd say there's an etching by Rembrandt. An etching by Rembrandt that is in the collection. It's probably the oldest piece in their collection. And as I say, I think that was probably the most interesting piece that we have.
So how old would that be?
That would go back to the Renaissance. It's going back to the 17th century, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is an authentic.
Yes, this is etching by Rembrandt, yes.
So this is worth quite a bit.
Well, we don't talk about such things.
Right, okay. It's under guard.
That's right.
It's under guard.
Oh, yes, definitely. Very
okay,
much
so if people want to come, it's at the Ashby-Hodge
Hodge.
Gallery of American art.
Although we're having some European art in this particular show, we can always break our boundaries, for something special.
So you got American and European art.
Yeah, in fact, we have there's 2 shows in this show, and I want you to know the other show is actually from our permanent collection that we've been collecting for the last 20 years, and we're calling it 4 by 17.
Okay.
17 artists. 4 paintings of each artist. So there's 68 works of art in that show.
Okay.
Yes.
We're out of time.
No, we're out of time.
You'll have to come back again and finish it up, okay?
Well, that's okay.
Thank you, Joe, guys.
Right.
Pleasure having you here.
Yes.
Something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Have yourself a good day.